call me Dr. Dana Dean. I'm going to school to be a pediatric oncologist. But my walk with my company didn't start that way. And I wanted to kind of go over that with you guys tonight because it's so important as we're in the month of giving and changing the world that you guys know that even from your age, you're a world changer. Pastor Paula says it. We're world changers, nation shakers. We're going to make change. And even though we're young, and I say we because I don't think I'm old, you know, we can make a change. And there's kids that are doing stuff like I do that are babies that just went and stepped down. I had a totally different career. I was working on the radio thinking I was going to be some big mogul, and I heard God. And he said, it's time to walk. And I'm like, walk where? And he just, he was like, you need to walk. And I had no clue what I was going to do. But a lot of my family had passed from cancer. I always knew I loved hair. But my mother was like, you'll get lice if you do hair. And I'm like, get lice? So I never did it. But God knows our heart. And he knows what we love and our desires. So years later, after I lose my dad from cancer, my grandfather, my best friend, my spiritual mother, he took all these people, and all of a sudden he's like, this is what I want you to do. And he gave me the name of my company, Share Your Hair. He gave me my slogan, and he started guiding me. But it was crazy because I really didn't know what I was doing. My career was here, and he moved me here. And as I was working through, I was like, God, you remember all this stuff from when I was a kid. And I get to go do everything I wanted to do as a kid, as an adult. So as I started to, proceed into my career, God laid on my heart. It's like, it has nothing to do with Share Your Hair. You have healing hands, and we all have them. Every single one of us can go and put our hands on someone, and as long as they believe with us, the faith mixes, they'll be fine. You know, some of them, it's just, they don't believe. But it's my job, and it's our job to make them, and tell them, like, hey guys, like, there's been people that I have laid hands on that Dr. called the doctor and said, there's no more cancer in their body. And I prayed with them, I prayed with their families, and God told me I had healing hands. I was like, healing hands? Well, how am I going to heal these kids? Like, how do I get to them? And he sent me to Alma Hospital. And once I got there, I met with everyone, and I was a little nervous because I had never, done all this. And they kept telling me, oh, your idea with the socks isn't going to work. Everyone around me was telling me, you're not a healer, you're not this. And I was like, no, I heard from God. I know he told me I was a healer. I know he told me all this stuff. So I'm going to go with what he said because I don't care what everyone else talks about. And your ideas might sound strange to people, but just keep going. If you know God told you to do it, he'll make a way. So I kept on the plumber and I said to him, all right, well, I have all these socks. And they're like, socks? And I'm like, well, I know God told me I have hands to heal. So if I put the socks on the kids, while they're getting their chemotherapy, then at least I can pray with them. And I can pray with their families. So now they're allowing me to do it. This is actually the first round of socks that we're going to be able to put the fabric paint on. And the reason why we're putting the fabric paint on is when the kids go to, their feet get real cold when they're getting the chemo. So after we put the socks on, they're able to walk around the hospital and not slip and fall and all this stuff. So I'm really excited tonight because I've been praying God, to open the door so I could be in the hospitals and give me a way. And I'm just really happy that you guys are going to be able to be a part of the first round of socks that'll go in. And I'll be able to tell you because I didn't know how this was all going to happen. And he's letting it happen here in Destiny.
Yes, God.
And I have new destiny. Amen. I love all of you, and we're going to go over a message of socks, but just please, if you have something in your heart, like, don't listen to the outer people. And sometimes, like your friends and the people around you, is that, oh, sometimes you gotta get rid of friends. Amen. So that you can just focus on what your call is and don't worry about how old you are. Amen. Because we're like Pastor Paul, we're world changers. Amen. And that's it. You hear me? You got it? What's my name? Dr. what? Dr.